As we are underway, Cerebrus or Pyromancers, who is going to be taking the trophy home?
And you do realize, after all of the hype we've given here, Hopex, that this could also well end in the first series with Cerebrus taking it 4-0 in a sweep. I mean, we haven't discussed that possibility, but they haven't lost a game, including 3 encounters with Pyromancers, so they could well take it in a sweep.
It is definitely possible. And I think a lot of people will be leaning on that prediction, especially with Patroid doing bits like that. This man has been unstoppable this season.
Wow, what a read. What a read and what a touch, and completely undoing the defense there. And no response. 29 seconds in. Cerebrus take first blood.
29 seconds. It's a concern for both of our predictions with the way that this game has started, but a lot of Rocket League still lies ahead of us. Remember, this is a best of 7, everybody. And welcome all the new viewers and people returning. This is the RSC Season 9, and Small Panda is looking to find the equalizer, and he does so brilliantly. He's not so small, I can assure you that, because he's got a big heart and a big scoring ability.
Yeah, and the high 50 from Crafty Mouse there to get the ball bouncing very awkwardly in front of the net, and then Small Panda. And you can't keep Small Panda or King Kaiser out of the game very long. Leveled up inside 1 minute, so back on level terms, and that should settle them now. King Kaiser looking for the clear. The dunk by El Druvo, almost finding a way through. It's not done yet, down off the crossbar. This is a good, solid, positive play by Cerebrus, trying to re-establish their 1-goal lead, but Patroid now all the way back having to defend.
Yeah, it's a good job. Patroid again getting the dunk landing. He's done it again, Greybeard. Almost a mirror image of what we saw before. He gets the dunking touch around Small Panda and goes for the finish. This man needs to be shut down by Pyromancers if they want any remote chance of taking the game or a game of Cerebrus.
That goal all about this pace of Patroid and how quickly he recovered from his touch coming down. Now there's a double commit, which may get them in trouble. King Kaiser trying to bring it into the middle. Patroid, a bit of an awkward clear. It's almost served as a pass, but oh my gosh, is that in? No. The pinch! The pinch! What? Oh my word. All right, well, Patroid's saying, oh, sorry, in chat, so I'm assuming they're not going to try convince us that that was completely calculated. My goodness gracious.
I don't know what to believe anymore. That team pinch was ridiculous. It was obscene. And that's put them to a 3-1 lead. The side of Pyromancers is struggling, but they've got an opportunity here. The ball is back on the line. It is kept out by Wills. He kept that composure at the clutchest of times. And that is giving their team maintain their team's 2-1 lead. Small Panda's up for it. A double commit in front of the net, giving King Kaiser a bit of space to work with, but Patroid very much aware of it. He goes forward, but Crafty Mouse going to challenge it. Nice and early in the midfield. Will is there, puts it towards the backboard, but Small Panda being very much differently controlled in the defense. We're only encroaching on the halfway marker now, so a lot still to play for. A great passing play comes out off the backboard. It goes through for the double tap, can't find it, but Small Panda's there, and it's into the top right bins.
Wow, it was clattered in there. Crafty Mouse again involved here with the touch-up. He was looking to follow, didn't get anything on it, but Small Panda making no mistake in getting that in there, and it's back to a 1-goal game. 5 goals, and we're yet to cross over halfway. So I think we get a sense of the sort of series we should be seeing.
I couldn't agree with you more, but Wills is going to absolutely say, no way. He finds the opening there. Once again, Patroid doing a lot of work here, but towards the backboard. Unfortunately for the side of Pyromancers, Crafty Mouse not quick enough to the ball, and Wills is going to put that 4th goal in pretty much bang on halfway. 2 minutes 30 on the clock. Can Pyromancers conjure up anything more to bring back some level of goal line to make it in their favor? Another pinch, and it's gone in! How many pinches are we going to see?
Okay, I got to see the angle on this, because that was Patroid trying to get it cleared. Oh, he goes there. Oh, It's so unfortunate, but you got to know when you're going for those corner 50s, you got to be very cautious about what goes down. But it's back to a 1-goal game, 7 goals, and still so much time left. Looks like we're in for a goal fest.
Yeah, we really are. Oh, Druvo, small pandas there, just in the nick of time, takes it away. Looking scary. It was a great pass, though, coming out from his teammate, and he's still able to put the pressure on his Wills. Pyromancers in their own half. Oh, King Kase, awkward touch here. Will's going to be there, but Crafty Mouse gets back in the nick of time. Small Panda goes up to challenge that midfield air dribble. Bit of miscommunication. Let's leave Small Panda's there. I'm stumbling across my words because the chaos is just ensuing.
Yeah, and that, okay, so they keep it out. It's not a level game. And it's now awkward. Oh, no, is that going to drop in? King Kase gets there. The rebound shot by El Druvo is put wide, Petroid. If he gets this touch, he does! Oh, the follow from... Oh, it's going to sneak in! I thought they'd done enough to put it wide, but no, it rolls in agonizingly.
That's a devastating goal for the side of Pyromancers. They're becoming so close to finding an equalizer, but Druvo once again proving a point, and he's going to put that goal in. And a plethora of shots coming out from Cerebrus compared to quite a minutiae amount for the side of Pyromancers, but the ball's going to bounce awkwardly. Druvo comes out of absolutely nowhere, appearing from the stratosphere to knock that down, but it's still Pyromancers. They've got a lot of pressure and a lot of time here. It's a bit thrown away by Small Panda, giving a bit of a free clearance. King Kase looking to go again, where they can't find that follow-up touch, and Patroid takes it to the air. Doesn't have the best control, and subsequently Crafty Mouse is going to force the pinch across the field. King Kase is going to fire a shot off, but Will's going to be well aware of it. Oh, a bit of miscommunication. Crafty Mouse able to cut it out in the midfield, but not powerful enough and not dangerous enough for the side of Cerebrus to panic.
And he had so much time there. If he had kind of seen earlier or just realized that he could have taken it down, controlled it, and made it into a proper 1v1 sort of challenging situation in front of the goal line, that would have gotten them within 1 goal, where they've been 2 or 3 times already. And it is now sub 30 seconds and 2 goals behind. Pyromancers about to lose game 1, and Cerebrus will continue their march without having dropped a single game.
It would be incredible. It would be absolutely incredible if they do this. And right now, with the way that they're scoring, the way they're performing, it really looks to be a proving point for them. The goal is open, but Patroid rotated back. This first game going over in favour of Cerebrus. They are yet to lose in this playoffs, in their playoff run, and really, what more can you say? They are playing absolutely outstanding Rocket League.
Yeah, well, as far as they're concerned, they're like, okay, 1 down, go next. We're ready for the rest. And look at that, 14 shots on goal, 6 from Pyromancers. And for me, Hopex, the single biggest difference that I see out there is panic in defense. Pyromancers tend to get very shaky, a bit whiffy, and a little untidy when they're facing pressure. Cerebrus and their defense isn't perfect. They did concede 3 goals, but they do tend to keep they're a lot more solid and a lot more composed in defense.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And actually, that kind of dictates into the amount of saves that Pyromancers had to have. If the side of Pyromancer's defense, as Vector says, the best defense stops any offense from even getting started. They had to make 8 saves, Pyromancers, and that's just proving the point that Cerebrus, they've been given too much space to find the shots. They've been given too much room to make things happen, and Pyromancers are having to make these goal line saves. I think if Pyromancers want to beat Cerebrus, they've got to stop them at midfield before Cerebrus get any sort of momentum going forward.
All right, well, game 2, Pyromancers, it is a best of 7, let's remember, so there is a bit more time. Bit concerned about Small Panda's ping. Okay, it seems to have returned to normalcy. But best of 7, you lose 1, not the end of the world. You lose 2, you're still okay. But it starts to get shaky when you're facing a team that are yet to drop a game. And was that an intended fake kickoff, or was Small Panda just slow to get going?
No, I don't know. I think it was meant to be a fake, but Patroid read it to perfection, and that's given Cerebrus an early lead, and this time it only took 9 seconds.
Yeah, danger time. Will's effort there serving as a fake. It allows El Druvo to get in there, get the shot, and early damage by Cerebrus on Pyromancers.
It's going to be interesting to see whether Cerebrus are able to keep up the momentum, and Druvo's wanting to do exactly that. Small Panda gets in the way of his attempt in the nick of time as Wills looks to the pass over to Patroid. Crafty Mouse is going to cut that out, but look how clean the rotations from Cerebrus are. They just give no room for the side of Pyromancers to break out of their own half. There is always a player lingering in that midfield, stopping the long clearances from getting anywhere.
And so far, we haven't seen the devastating combination. Oh, the devastating combination of Small Panda and King KZ that we saw in that lower bracket final. I mean, they are devastating when they get going. They just haven't been allowed. And now Will's getting in on the action, extending the lead to 2. And right now, it's a tough evening in the office for the Pyromancers.
It really is. I mean, King KZ and Crafty Mouse yet to break 30 points. It's about 25 points, and that is scary to say the least. They were so dominant as we saw in game number 1. Oh my word, Small Panda almost finding an incredible ground bouncer shot, but unfortunately unable to put it into the back of the net. It's the first sign of life we've seen from the Pyromancer side in this game. But Cerebrus getting out of their own half after a very effective bump from Wills, and they're still wanting to put the pressure on. They're not happy with just 2 goals. They want more.
No, I think they just want to dominate. It's kind of that situation. El Druvo gets a second, and the plays. It's just that. Okay, this is what I see. Cerebrus just look monumentally comfortable and confident in their plays, and Pyromancers looking a little bit timid, a little bit of afraid of this team.
I mean, Cerebrus, more like cerebral. Is there some sort of hive mind going on with these guys into the Cerebrus roster? Nothing is getting past them whatsoever. They're 3 goals up, with 3.5 minutes left on the clock. We've seen Pyromancers, they've been able to score 3 goals against the Cerebrus side. And let's see if they can do it now more than ever. El Druvo is up, so almost gets an unbelievable touch. A double whiff coming out from the Pyromancer side is going to allow Patroid to come up forward and fire a shot of his own up towards the red net. But Small Panda going to be doing his due diligence and getting back on rotation in the nick of time. But still, Cerebrus maintaining the ball control in the red half. Patroid just sending it high towards the backboards. And I must admit, Cerebrus are doing this so well. Just forcing defenders out, forcing the Pyromancer defense into situations they are not comfortable in being in.
Yeah, and we saw right now the Pyromancers are being fed their own medicine. This was almost exactly what they were doing to Glacier in that lower final, where just kind of keeping them pinned back and not letting them get out, and where Glacier were forced to just try and boom everything clear. That's where Pyromancers find themselves right now, but they do have an opportunity on the other side, but it is now cleared by Wills.
Good job from Wills to be aware of the rotation. He gets the demo on the 3rd man as well, which is going to force Small Panda to have to turn. They're going to once again be in that awkward scenario. Wills is doing such a good job of providing space for Patroid and Druvo to do what they do best, which is finding those openings and find those shooting opportunities. Wills does get another touch to knock it forward to keep the attack alive. Follows up with his follow, a second touch as well towards the backboard. Does hit that corner, so the roll down's going to favor King KZ. He's going to try and press the attack this time for the Pyromancers. He does find about over El Druvo initially. Patroid, though, going to pick things up once again. Tries to just knock it down, looking for the teammate in the center, but Small Panda's going to nicely. But again, the rotations from the Cerebrus side, so clean and so effective.
And I'm trying to see if it's as simple as that what is keeping King KZ and Small Panda so quiet here? Because they, when they get going, they're incredible! They almost make something happen! They do make it happen here! Small Panda will get one in, and they haven't left it too late. They've got some time here. Crafty Mouse doing the business, a bit of disruption play, bit of interception play, lines it up. Small Panda gets the finish.
Momentum. But a word that is very much a word that I favor when talking about these playoffs, but you can see why. We just have to see whether they're able to bring a ball back. And I think they're going to have to score soon if they want any chance in battling against Cerebrus of how after how difficult it's been to put that first goal in this second game. Small Panda trying to press the issue, puts it down towards a teammate. However, I think that was Patroid who was up waiting for that second touch to come out. Aljuvo off the ceiling, looking for a ground pinch. No. Oh, he went for it, and just a level of confidence to do that.
And yeah, it almost got him in trouble, though. They were okay in the end. Oh, King Keze misses. Everybody misses. Small Panda trying to get it in. Oh, he does get the read off the wall. Can he make something happen? He can't. It is being sort of pinch cleared away. And the immediate danger dies. And it's sub 30 seconds to find 2 goals. A position they were in last game. And they weren't able to do it, and they're struggling to do it here. And I don't think they got it in them. If that goes in, it's all over. El Druvo with the hat trick.
Druvo, the Druvo, if my Spanish serves me correctly, and he is the man with a plan. He's found himself with a hat trick in this game. 6 shots to his name. He's also got the assist for Will's goal. What a setup it has been, and what a game it has been. This Cerebrus side definitely putting our predictions to shame right now. They are looking unstoppable. They haven't dropped a game, Greybeard. They haven't dropped a game.
Well, the next game becomes absolutely vital, doesn't it? Because if Pyromancers lose game number 3, it means they have to force a team that has not dropped a game. They're going to have to force them to drop 3 in a row, or 4 in a row, I beg your pardon, if they are to reset the bracket. And that might just be a bridge too far, a mountain too high. So this, for me, is critical in the entire playoffs. Game number 3, Pyromancers have got to win this next one.
They really do, and they came with so much promise in that game number 1, but where has that gone? Where has that performance gone? I cannot tell you, but they've got to get out of their bag somewhere and somehow, and they've got to do it now. Cerebrus looking on fine form. They've got 14 shots to their name compared to the 5 for Pyromancers, and I think that really tells the whole story. Cerebrus, they did not let Pyromancers out of their own half for the majority of the game, and the stats do not lie.
The key stat for me, King Keze at the bottom of the scoring, and no goals, no assists. He is critical to this team. He's got to get involved here and find a way. He's got to lead this team to victory. When he's doing well, he's crafting plays, he's controlling it and making it happen. He's not been allowed to do it, or he's just struggled the last couple of games. Whatever the case, it is time for King Keze right here, right now.
Yeah, can the King get back his crown? We'll have to see. It's a tough order against this Cerebrus side. Aljuvo is going to find the width, but Patroy's going to be there to put it off the corner. King Keze gets bumped, and Will's going to fire a bouncing shot. I don't think that was fully intentional, but at the end of the day, it is still unable to push anything forward. And this side, though, Pyromancers being able to re-establish themselves and get the ball out there in half. They haven't conceded in the early seconds of this matchup like we've seen in the previous 2 games.
All right, 30 seconds in, they haven't conceded early. That's good for them. Now let's get forward, and they can't be afraid of this team. They're playing like they're afraid, and no doubt there's lots to be afraid of. But go out there, play your Rocket League. You finish at the top of your conference. You can go toe to toe with this team. Get out there, show some confidence. Here comes Small Panda. Patroid's up, but does very well to get it into his corner.
Pyromancers looking a little bit more hot here, keeping the ball in a volatile state. That's not what the side of Cerebrus want to do, but the demo from Aljuvo onto Small Panda is going to open up a little bit of space once again, but King Keze has something to say about it. Can only get the shot straight into Aljuvo, but does find the demo onto Patroid to slow down this counter-attack. Aljuvo's up, only going to get the lightest of touches to the corner, just missing the trajectory by a fine margin. Also, with the clearance, it's a dangerous one. Can he get the second touch? He does get the block on that touch, though. Could be super effective as Patroid able to keep the attack alive. But with coming out from Crafty Mouse is going to be dangerous once again, as Will's going to send it high towards the bad ball. Look for the double tag. He's going to find it. No, he can't. But Patroid's there, but it's saved off the goal line.
All right, that's got to be giving them a little bit of confidence. The fact that they're keeping it out, although it has to be said, it's been very scrappy. And really, they have more time than they think they do. They are rushing these plays when they've got time. They've got to keep their head. And you know, they're doing best. Small Panda and King Kaize, when they look for and find each other, they're absolutely devastating. Take a breath and do what worked so well against Glacier.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. We're approaching the halfway mark at Greybed, and no goals have been scored. Maybe with me saying that, one's going to slot itself in after cursing the cast, and it does look like that. But no. Small Panda, fortunately, not able to get around the ball enough to slot it in. And Patroid looking to force it to a bit of a mistouch off the bat, but it goes. Anyone there? It is Druvo, but still Panda able to correct the mistake of his teammate. Unfortunately, keep that shooting opportunity out. And actually got down the other end, but Druvo comes back and says no!
Let Druvo, if my French is correct, get what a save to keep it in. Oh, it's going to go in. Small Panda gets a dunk. He gets it in. And they have kept themselves in it. And somehow, some way, they've not conceded. And they've taken a lead.
What a great way for Small Panda to open up his account in this game. They needed to get the lead. They've got to hold on to it now. That's almost a harder ask when playing against Cerebrus, but they've got it in them. As you said, they're a very high-ranked team for a reason. They've got to show it now. Can they hold on to this lead? They are pressing the issue. They want to see the second goal. Wills is going to decide to cut it. Takes it over one, but that challenge coming in the nick of time. It goes off the ceiling of one of the Pyromancers' cars. A great pass over to Eldruvo. Ooh, a bit wide as King Kaize is going to take it away. Will's going to be that chance to keep the attack alive. Decides not to challenge Small Panda and leave it for Patroid to take control. It goes off the ceiling. No, it doesn't. Just skims it. King Kaize has to pop it up, as you saw Eldruvo just flying in for the shot.
My word, it's been so loose and awkward. Eldruvo gets a touch on it. It's awkward once again. Can they keep their heads? Take a breath. You got time. You got a moment. Don't panic. Small Panda does get the clear. Maybe a little bit rushed, but hold on. He does find a follow, and it is still there and thereabouts. And for the first time, Cerebrus looking a tiny bit fragile in front of their goal line. They do manage the clear, and now Patroid trying to bring it round the corner, looking for the touch. It's a very good one. Eldruvo looking to come in there. And the demo comes in, but not before the clear does.
A great start from Pyromancers. And right now, what a great start and what a great game. They're only 40 seconds away from handing the side of Cerebrus their first loss of this playoffs. They could well dent their attitude, dent their mentality more than I think we think. But Eldruvo's trying to have something to say about it. Can't find the flick around Small Panda, who's going to be that last line of defense, keeping that equalizer out. Cerebrus still pressing. Patroid's up for the ball. Small Panda's going to get there first. He does get dunked. Wills, can he put this in? Trying to gut it in, but King Kaize saying absolutely not. But just thrown in the way of that shot and keeps it out. Patroid, he knows he only has 10 seconds. Got a bit of boost to work with. Tries to take it into the air. Forces the dunk. Cannot do anything about it. The clock is ticking. Pyromancers, have they taken a game? Jubakov in the touch, and Pyromancers, they're back in the action.
Oh my word, Cerebrus have lost a game. Is it a momentary blip, or is this the turn of the tide, the shift of momentum? Well, we're going to find out as we go, but my word, the last 40 seconds, it is the worst time for a team that has a 1-goal lead against a good opponent to see out those last 40 seconds. It is so nervy. It is so sweaty. But Pyromancers have done it. They are still in it.
What a way to play this game, Pyromancers. They've got their mentality back. They've taken a game of Cerebrus. They've said, Cerebrus, no. You can't have a clean playoffs. You can't have a perfect playoffs. It is unacceptable. We are here to prove a point, and we are here to battle it to the end. And now I think things are up in the air. Cerebrus, they've been shown they can actually bleed. It depends how hungry the sharks in the water of the Pyromancers are. It's all up for debate, but so we are into this game number 4. Who's going to take it? I can't tell you, but Cerebrus, they're a game off, going on to match point.
Yeah, well, the big question now, momentary blip or a turn of the tide. We'll see how it goes. The last game, I think it was almost 3 minutes before we saw the first goal. El Druvo now gets a touch, but it is cleared. Patroid, oh, he's had a rush of blood to the head. Third man, he was incredibly ambitious. Very risky. They do get away with it, but that could have seen them going behind early.
That could have been dangerous indeed. It's well dealt with by his teammate. I think that was Wills to get back. Regardless, the ball's still very much up in the air. Crafty Mouse does get a bit of control, trying to break out of his own half. Pyromancers is caught in the back line here. Druvo trying to keep the attack alive, puts it over towards his teammate Wills. Druvo does get demoed by King Kaize. He may force his teammates to come up, but King Kaize actually finds a clearance. Small Panda being a nuisance to the back line, but Druvo gets there just in the nick of time.
And not for the first time, El Druvo getting involved with the clutch save. But then a whiff in the corner nearly gets them in trouble. The clear does come, but this is much better here from Pyromancers. Oh, off the crossbar. King Kaize's up, but he's going to drift under the ball. Wills miss it. Oh, and it's suddenly become quite scrappy. We haven't seen this sort of scrappy play throughout the series. We're seeing it now. Cerebrus have survived, but it is Pyromancers forcing the issue and getting closer and closer.
It's very scary. Pyromancers starting to find their rhythm far more than what we've seen so far in these playoffs. I mean, against Cerebrus is more what I should say. Patroid does find a shot, but Crafty Mouse well aware of it and takes that away. Still 0-0 as we approach the 3-minute marker. 2 minutes of game time without a goal. Not what we've seen, not really been a trend of these two teams, but definitely how this game is panning out. El Druvo trying to force on the Crafty Mouse with a shot off the crossbar. Cannot get it down and up. A Small Panda's going to follow it up, but Patroid's going to be there to get the defense. And this time, you really have to say it. Cerebrus, they are the ones on the back foot.
It does look to me like Pyromancers have sort of resorted to a bit of street fighting. Oh, Small Panda gets the double, but it's wide. It's not that clean, graceful, sophisticated Rocket League. It is, but it's scrappy. It's street fighting out there. But I think it suits them. There's been a demo. The shot's wide, but Patroid gets there. But it is Pyromancers again and again with the attacks forward.
Yeah, they're looking much more deadly than they have before. Whatever they put in their pot is striking. What a demo from King Kaize. El Druvo was going to put that in, but that demo came at the prime opportunity.
Oh.
King Kaize unfortunately backflips, and subsequently the clearance comes out, but what a save, what a pivotal moment.
And it remains, we've had 3 minutes. 3 minutes without a goal, and I think that suits Pyromancers more than it does Cerebrus. At least going by the evidence of the last game, and similar in how it's being fought. It's very scrappy, and it's wonderful. Well, scrappy's the wrong word. It feels like a bare-fisted fist fight out there. Oh no, there's an open goal. Is that wide? Patroid snipes. He sees the open net, long distance, and finds it.
Patroid. He's done it all evening. And what a place to do it now. Cerebrus go up 1-0 courtesy of the aforementioned man. What a finish it was. He's got 5 saves to his name as well. Far more than anybody else. He's doing it all for his side. We've got a minute 32 to hold on. Can the Pyromancers conjure up anything of their own as the ball does bounce towards the backboard of their own? Small Panda does get it away. Fortunately for them, Will's trying to find a bit of a redirect. Decides to pop it out to El Druvo and back for the shot, and the shot is very effective. A triple commit in front of net. Patroid not really an angle to capitalize on it. Wills can't find the touch either. Counter-attack opportunity here for the Pyromancers if they can link up, but that demo could be huge. Small Panda gets the catch. He's avoiding the demos, can't find the angle. As Pyromancers almost linking out for a beautiful counter-attack.
Well, they're still doing more of what they've done throughout the game, getting there first, but they're going to concede again. El Druvo gets the second for Cerebrus.
Cerebrus, they finally found their footing once again. As you said, it looked a little bit shaky and wobbly and squeaky bum time after that previous loss, but they were able to get it back and punch it in 2 goals ahead, 45 seconds on the clock for the side of Pyromancers to do anything with him. With Druvo flying down your flank, that is not the sight you want to see. Crafty Mouse does stop that before it can get anywhere, as Wills does go for the pinch. Patroid up already, goes for the shot, and Patroid's going to slot it in. Oh my word, he came out of the blue.
And, you know, in games 1 and 2, Pyromancers looked completely neutralized. Like they just couldn't... Whatever they were trying was being neutralized by the play of Cerebrus. In game 3, they changed it up. They resorted to that kind of rushing, scrappy play, which worked really well for them. And they looked so much more threatening than they had throughout the series. But in the last minute here, it's been a bit of a return to that neutralized feel about Pyromancers.
I completely agree with you. Their acidity level has definitely dropped. As the 4th one goes in, this game is going to put Cerebrus onto match point. They will take this game. I do not see Pyromancers bouncing back. Cerebrus, they're going to be a game off that being crowned champions. Pyromancers, what have they got to do, Great Beard? Is it a mentality thing at this stage, or is it really just bare bones mechanics?
I do think there's mentality is massive here, because they were in this until Cerebrus scored that first, and then suddenly I think they dropped their heads a little bit. They kind of panicked a bit. I mean, that last game, it was a 1-goal game. It was tense and scrappy, but they seemed to be enjoying the experience, and they succeeded there, and they were doing exactly the same. We went so long, I think nearly 3.5 minutes without a goal, but as soon as Cerebrus scored, Pyromancers kind of went off the boil. Cerebrus ran away with it. And 4-0, it just doesn't feel like a 4-0 game. All of those coming in and around the last minute.
Yeah, I mean, Cerebrus definitely put on the afterburners at the end of that final minute. I mean, Patroid, again, what more can this man do? He's got 2 goals off the 4 shots he took. He also has 5 saves. That is more than the whole team of Pyromancers saves got in total. It is ridiculous, this level of stats and the performance he is coming in and putting on, definitely in the candidate runnings for being, our caster MVP, following from yesterday. It is ridiculous. Cerebrus, they're doing everything they possibly can to keep out Pyromancers. Pyromancers right now, if there ever is a time to never give up, it is now. They've got to whip out the magic that their namesake suggests. It really is do or die.
And the fact that Patroid had to make that many saves speaks to how good the game was for Pyromancers, just in terms of the opportunities they found and the shots they were finding, just not effective enough. And, now they got to do the best of 5 reverse sweep. So 3 games on the trot. It's a tough one. You know what? But stories and great stories are all about overcoming adversity. And if you're scripting adversity, it's right here. A team that has looked so dominant in Cerebrus being overcome 3 times in a row to see a bracket reset. So the script is there for the taking. But fortunately, the script is not written yet. It is Pyromancers who are going to have to do the work and write it in themselves.
Well, Rekislaw has come on in face of Crafty Mouse. So Pyromancers, really trying to flip the script, trying to do something different. I don't know if that is Crafty Mouse's alter counter. I can't tell you, but I think...
No, it is their sub.
Yeah, it is a sub. It's surprising to me. The reason I question it is that so rarely do you find the substitute in a grand finals coming in, but let's see if Rekislaw can do anything to bring Pyromancers back into this game.
All right, well, they've at least not conceded. El Druvo intercept by Small Panda. And it is the sub getting in there, trying to disrupt things, trying to make something happen. But he's gone the long way round to pick up a corner burst, and that means no one's going to be back, and they are going to be punished so hard here, and they're going to go behind just on the stroke of a minute.
Cerebrus, we both wanted a bracket reset, but I think both of us deep down could see how well Cerebrus are playing. The chat could see it. Everybody watching could see it. Cerebrus, they are unstoppable. And I was looking at some stats that the chat was putting out. Cerebrus I think Patroid and another one peaked well over 1,500 this season. They are playing lights out Rocket League, and it's proving. It's absolutely showing. They are on the defense right now. Clearance does come in. The sub comes out and puts the ball back into line. Record doing a good job setting up King Kaize, but as I'm typing up Cerebrus, Pyromancers says, "Shut up, Hops. We're going to equalize."
And there we go. It is the sub of Bot Wrecker's Claw getting involved with the pass. And King Kaize, who has been far too quiet in this series, with the finish. And yeah, perhaps let's not finish writing the obituary for Pyromancers just yet. Let's see if they can make something happen here. Become a fly in the ointment, ruin the script a little bit for Cerebrus.
It would be rather impressive indeed. King Kaize does get a touch. Rekoslaw goes to go for the catch. Don't know exactly why, but it was, in the end of the day, it gives his teammates time to rotate back. But Wills being an absolute nuisance. Patroid trying to follow it up, but the substitute does come in to find that clearance. Druvo gets the demo onto King Kaize, not after the clearance play falls back into the blue half. Patroid wins that 50-50, tries to go again, but a nice pop by the sub, looking for Small Panda, waiting on that far corner. Could have been a nice passing play. Druvo has to go up as King Kaize was looking for the shot. Rekoslaw gets the demo on the back line, but Wills is there to pick up the pieces. Pyromancers once again looking like they were on the form they were at the beginning of that previous matchup. How long can they maintain this is the big question.
And Bot should have put that away. They will get another, and their play does pay off. They refuse to die. They won't lay down, and Bot's attempted shot becomes an effective fake, lining it up for Small Panda, and they have a lead here on the stroke of half-time.
What a ridiculous goal, and that's exactly what they need. Going into second half in the lead. Small Panda, most a dangerous touch, almost fed it to Elduro for the shot. Unfortunately, he was able to get back to it. Will's looking for the angle. King Kaize is going to get dunked, but mitigates the shot from coming in the meantime. Patroid looking for the pass over to Eldruvo, and the Cerebrus squad once again finds a replay almost instantly.
And there we go. What was that? 15 seconds. They were behind. They've leveled it up. They want to extinguish the hope that must be flowing through the veins of Pyromancers right now. And the best way to do that is to keep scoring.
I completely agree with you. Rekoslaw does miss the initial touch. It gives Elduro the freest clearance. However, it passes it straight to King Kaize. Patroid a bit awkward as the ball bounces around him. Elduro does go up. Not able to beat the chance by Rekoslaw, and Wolf's going to put it towards Sember, looking for Patroid. Patroid with a shot. Patroid with the finisher. Cerebrus, they go down at the beginning of this game, but they are well and truly back on top, and what a finish it was coming out from Patroid.
Yeah, as you would expect, Patroid involved in the action, gets the finish, and the lead once again for Cerebrus. And, the tough times continue for the Pyromancers.
Tough times indeed. King Kaize decides to get the catch. A lovely flick. A double commit and send the net as Druvo knocked Patroid flying. Patroid also going to get demoed by King Kaize for the efforts, giving Small Panda opportunity, and unfortunately, Rekoslaw couldn't get back for the shot. It was a dangerous time for Cerebrus. Prime opportunity for the side of Pyromancers to get back into it. King Kaize goes again. A lovely dribble. Can he finish it? Yes, he can. King Kaize putting the team on his back.
My word, and how long have we waited for King Kaize to do his magic? It's taken far too long, and here we are in Game 5. He pulls it off to level up the game. And now, can he step it up? Can he and Small Panda make this happen and get it pushed to a Game 6 and then from there to a Game 7?
Going to be interesting to say the least. Druvo is up. Great demo onto Patroid by Small Panda. He gets Wills as well. How has that not gone in? Rekoslaw's going to be up. Patroid! He says no. What a save. Can he keep it out again? No, he can't. As Pyromancers answer back and go up 4-3 with just 55 seconds on the clock.
The aggression, the savagery, and Patroid, as he has done so often, gets the save, but it's not cleared far enough. And the finish comes in, and wow, Pyromancers back in front, and they've got less than a minute to hold on. But as we discussed early, it's sweaty pants time.
Very, very sweaty indeed. And if you guys aren't sweating whilst watching this, I don't know what the hell you're watching or thinking, because these two teams have been knocking it out for the past couple of games. And what a series it's been so far. Patroid does put it up. A bit of a double commit coming out. Wills is going to be there. He equalizes with 20 seconds left on the clock. And it looks like Druvo going up as well, completely through Reckless Law. And subsequently, it enabled Wills to fire that shot off. A bit of a Team Queso 1-2 aerial coming out. What a finish, but with 4-4, 27 seconds left, and the Pyromancer's life is on the line.
And every time they get a bit of hope, it then goes against them. Cerebrus come out battling. That's going to go in, surely. No! Wills this time with the goal line clear. How many times have they done that? Well, they've done it enough times to be on the cusp of being the RSC9 champion. It's in! 4 seconds to go, and that's probably done it.
Oh my word. And Wills almost missing that shot. It goes off the crossbar. He gets an incredible read. And subsequently, he's put Cerebrus within reaching distance of this victory. Can the Pyromancers conjure up anything? They have to keep it up. Reckless Law is there. Not the best of touches. King Kaiser gets catch, but he gets team bumped, and that's it. Cerebrus, they are your champions of the Challenger tier.
Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a text, said they're proud of me. Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a track, now they're proud of me. Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a text, say they're proud of me. Woke up to a text, say they're proud of me. Say they're proud of me. To the prom night, high school, I might get it. I can't leave till